Hello. Hi, good morning, everyone. So, anyone, any questions, before we start off? Morning, Nikita. Hi, morning, Alex. So, yesterday we did a lot of stuff, right, with parameters, dashboarding, storytelling, right? So, the exercise. So, feel free to ask if you have any question from yesterday's stuff that we all did. Ravi, can you hear me? Okay. Someone, can you please show how did you put the bank logo? I'm sure I can do that. See what we did was, so over here, right? So this is like this image. If I remove this, and this is the title that we had. And over here, let me select the container. So it's in this container. So for example, right now what I can do is, if I move this chart, this title basically, okay, so here we are. So if you come in this over here in the layout, I'm just checking if you do not have any. This is gender and this is type. Okay. So what we did was basically in the dashboard, you pick up a container and you put it somewhere across like this, right? So then you can, what you can do is, if you bring the image also and you say choose this image, right? So this has gone inside that container. Then similarly, you can just pick this up and you can also, put this up over here in the same container and there it goes. So container is like an empty box. Now if you see both are in the same container. If I select the container now, I can see this. This container is selected. Okay. Right, everyone? Okay. So with that, what we will be doing is, we will be, so if I ask you, all right, how do you define the parameters? Can you all do that? Like, what is the parameter now? How we create it? Why we create it? So all those things are clear to all of you? Okay. Well, just give me one moment, right? Just give me a minute, right? Right. So, everyone, I'm just sharing this link. Right. So, just give me a second. Okay. See, this is the same link though which you have all received in your, in your Simpler invite as well. So this is where you all have to come up, and what you need to do is you need to just download this file that is amazing mart EU. If you all can please download this. Amazing mart, amazing mart. This amazing mart. So basically, see, Azhar, over here on this chart, right, on this age analysis, what I did was, this was just that I had broken up this chart by gender, right? So the chart was something like this, where I could actually see how many people we have between the age of 12 to 16, 16 to 20, 20 to 24. So I just picked up gender and have put it up on the color. So that way we got it. Okay. Yep, Supriya, you have a question on this? And Madhulina, see, Madhulina, storytelling was basically storytelling is a feature where what we can do is if we want to give some presentation sort of a thing, we can use the story. So in the story, basically the idea is you have a concept of pages. On one page, you can have one chart or one dashboard. Like for example, if I come and drag the sheet one over here, it's going to give me the first chart on this. Right? I get the first chart over here. Then I can add a blank page and I can bring the sheet 2. Okay. So what happens with that is I can have a second chart. First page, second page. On the first page, what you can do is you can give some caption if you want, right? So you can come up and if you want to write any caption over here, right? You want to define something about this chart, you can do that. Make sense? So story, yes, you can export it if you want in the form of PPT, that can be done. So once you're on the Tableu public, right, the server when you go in, so I can open that up from here. Right, this was a file that we had created. right? So the story that we had created, if you want, so you can just come up over here and you can download that as well. One second, right? In PowerPoint. So from here, see, the story can be completely downloaded. So all of you, I'll request you all to please open this file now, Amazing Mart EU2. If you can please all open this up. So I want you all to please, go through these two files, these three sheets. There are three sheets, and spend 1 minute to understand what kind of data do you have in this. Yep. Are you all go through the data? Right. So are you all clear on this? What is expect, like what the data is all about? See, in this data, what we have is there are three sheets, right? List of orders, order breakdown, and sales target. So basically, what we need to do over here is in the list of orders, what you will see over here is you have, like all the order IDs that were sold, right? What was the date on which they were sold, right? What was the name of the customer, city, country, region from where it was sold, right? What was the segment, what was the shipping date, right? What was the shipping mode state? This is what we have in the order breakdown. Sorry, in the list of orders. See, in the list of orders, typically what we have is we have all that information about the order, right? Like it's more about descriptive information. Okay. In order breakdown, what we have is we have the information regarding the breakup of the order, right? Like in a particular order, what were the items that were purchased, right? So, like for example, I can see that in this particular order ID, if I go and search this over here, so what I see over here is I can see that okay, this is in that particular order ID, this was the product that was purchased. This was the sales amount, profit, quantity, category, subcategory. Correct? That is what I can see right now over here. So basically in order breakdown, we just have a breakup of the order as in that in a particular order, what were the items that were purchased. Make sense? Okay. So Arush, both of them you don't have. See, in this list of orders, you have the order IDs as unique, but over here they can be multiple, right? Like if you see over here, this order ID is coming three times. So basically that is why it's a breakup. If in that one order he had purchased multiple items, you will be able to see those line items coming three times. Okay. Then what we have is we have something which is sales target. See in target what you have is, this is very interesting information. Like in every business, right? There are some targets that we set, right? So like for example, I can see that over here in the sales target, I have the targets given to me that okay, like in the month of Jan for the furniture category, this was the target. In the month of Feb for furniture, this was the target, right? So in the data, we have three categories. In the data, what we have is we have three categories now. Furniture, office supplies, and technology. So for each category, the target is given to me, right? For each category, monthly targets are given to me. Is this sheet clear to all of you? The sales target that we have? Okay. So now if I ask you what is the total target of Jan month? Can you answer that? It's not 10,000. I am asking the month target of Jan. Total target of Jan. See if you will apply the filters over here. Let me just reopen the file, please. You have to give me the Jan target. So that will be, if I'll apply this up and if I select the month of Jan, right? So Jan 2011. See for Jan 2011, it is 24,000, right? Jan 2011, it is 24,000, right? This is what I get because I have taken out the date of Jan 2011 and I'll just sum it up, which comes out to be as 24,000. Oh. So now this target sheet we will be using just in a little while. Before that, we will be using the sheets of list of orders and order breakdown. So right, to use this data, so we will what we will be doing in Tableau is we will be using two data sets, right? We will be using two data sets in Tableau. Okay. So now if I ask you something, right? So before we do it, So if I ask you a quick question over here, right? Are you all clear on the concept of joins? So do you all understand joins, SQL joins that we have, right? Perfect. So the people who don't know about joins, no worries, I'll just tell you. See, basically what happened is, see, if I have two tables over here with me, right? I have, suppose something like I have the ID and the name. ID is 1, 2, 3. The name is given to me Sam, Leo, Roy, John. So these are some, this is one table of information that is given to me. There is second table in which ID is given to me, and suppose the age is given to me. ID is 1, 2, 3. Okay. See, joins are used to combine two tables together. So these are two tables, right? Table one, table two. So I have two data sets with me over here, right? So if I ask you all, what is the age of Roy? So what will be the answer? What is the age of Roy? 23. So how you all answered it? You said, okay, Roy, you matched his ID and then you matched the ID over here and you were able to give that answer, right? So that is exactly what joins are. So right now you just have four records and four records over here. You were able to see and give me the output. And there can be multiple columns also in that case, right? There can be multiple columns also over here, right? So you can have more than one column as well. So suppose, I am saying that this guy is studying in, there is some department that is given to me. Okay. So some department is also given to me over here, say for example. The person one, he is studying in physics department. He is also studying in physics department. And over here, this guy is studying in, suppose, in the, so suppose chemistry and chemistry. So this is what you have, so far, right? So now similarly, if I ask you in which department is Sam studying, what will be the answer? In which department do we have Sam? Physics. Right. So again, you are matching this one to one, and you're able to give the answer. Okay. So this is what about the concept of join. What is the age of John? That age is unknown. See, we don't know the age. See, 4 is given to me over here, but why can you say it's 24? Right? This is the person 5. So don't assume that this is by mistake I have written this 5 over here. This was intentionally that was written. Right? This is not by mistake that I've written this, that okay, in the context I was writing and it was supposed to be 4. I do not have the information of 4 in this, so I cannot tell what is the age of John. Right? If I ask you what are the name of the people who are in chemistry departments, who all are in chemistry department, can you give me the name of those people? Yes, I can give. So Alex, how come Roy and Joy? See, we can give that on the basis of ID. right? If you combine this data with this, one person I can give, right? That Roy. Roy is something, I can give that, okay, Roy is something one who is in the chemistry, and the other one we don't know, right? There's one, I can tell that, okay, this 3 and 5% are in chemistry, but what I cannot do over here is I can give only the name of one. The name that I can tell is that, okay, that is Roy. But other person's name, I don't know who is that person who is studying chemistry now. Make sense? Roy, to I can tell, na, like, okay, Roy is studying chemistry. But other person name, I don't know, but his ID, I know. Okay? Clear to everyone? What I have discussed right now over here? Okay. So this is where, what we do is we use the concept of joins now. So joins are of two types. Inner join, and then we have outer join. Okay. In outer join, we have left outer join. We have right outer join. And we have full join. Okay. So now what we need to do over here is we need to come and we need to join these two tables together. See, inner join when we talk about, see, for joining, first thing is short. You need a common column to join two tables. Okay, you need a common column. So what's the common column between these two tables? ID. Right? ID is something we can all see which is common in both the tables. Okay. Inner join is going to give you, inner join gives you common data between two tables. Right? Inner join is going to give us common data between the two tables. Right? So like for example, what are the common data? 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. See, because 4 is present only in this table, 5 is present only in this table. So if I join these two tables and I use the inner join, the output that I will get is, I will have the ID, name, age, department. Right? So I am saying ID is 1, his name is Sam, his age is 21, department is physics. Right? Person whose ID is 2, his name is Leo, age is 22, department is physics. Make sense, all of you? 3, his name is Roy, age is 23, department is chemistry. So this is what I get as an output in the inner join now. Okay? Yep, so it's like the Venn diagram only, right? So in the Venn diagram, right, we have two tables, right? Table 1 and table 2. So common data. That's what an inner join is. Okay? Then what we have is a left join. Left join. What this join does, this gives complete data from the left table. Okay, this gives you the complete data from the left table. So what I do right now over here is So what is left table? See, this table, the first table can be assumed as left and this is right. So whatever table you use first, that becomes left, other becomes right. Make sense? So whichever table you have first, that becomes left table, other becomes right. So now what we do over here in this case is I'm going to come. So in the left join, you get complete data from the left table. That means every information is going to come up from here. And in the right table, you will find the matching information. Right? And what's that matching information now? You have the ID, age, department. Right? So I will get the IDs as right 1, 2, 3, and this. Right? 4 I don't know, right? I don't know what is the information of 4. So this will become null. Null means blank. We don't know the information of 4 now. Okay? Now similarly, right join, can you all explain? Right join is, right, you will get complete data from the right table. Perfect. This is what we get in that case. So what we do now over here is, if I come in this, it's like complete information over here, 1, 2, 3, 5. And when it comes to getting that information from there, ID and name, so I will get the information only of these 3 things. And this will become null. Okay? And then finally the full join. Right? This gives complete data from 2 tables. Right? This is going to give you the complete data from the 2 tables. So what I mean by that, so if you come over here now, you will get this also. And from the second table, you will get this information coming right over here. 4 we do not know, that becomes null. And we will get 5 as well. And this will become null. So this is what we will get. This is what we get in the full join now. Okay? Are you all clear now on this? Sir, we need only 2 tables. You can join as many tables as you want. You can join 2, 5, 10 tables, whatever you want. So, Shri Teja, basically, see, you will get the ID twice because both the tables are getting combined, right? You are combining the information together. So you have IDs over here also and IDs over here also. So complete information from both the table will be picked. Okay? So Ankit, table 1 left join table 2 on common. I didn't get a question. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. Right. Are you all clear on this? Any question? Anyone? Okay. Yes, Alex, please feel free to ask the question. This one? No, Swarupa, the ID will come twice. See, it doesn't matter, right? Basically, it doesn't matter. So basically, in SQL, when you use it, right? So in SQL, what you do is you write the queries to get this information. So you have a choice over there. You can merge that ID. You will write just that you ID need once, but by default, every information comes twice. Because what is happening over here is with these IDs, we actually find that information that if suppose someone asks you what's the information that is you know not available in the second table. So I can see that, okay, wherever I find the null, I can say, okay, where this ID is null, this information is not present in the second table. So Alex, you're asking about this particular row, null? Yep, null. Because there is no information of this, so that is why you get null, right? Because 4 John is there, but 4 is not present over there, so it becomes null. So Sharon, see, basically what happen is when you join more than two tables, right? Suppose I bring third table as well in this. My third table is, let's call it as, suppose some, okay, what I can do over here, let's call it as department ID, say for example. Let's call it as, or maybe let's take another table in which I have ID and I have address. Okay, this is what I have. One, he lives in Delhi, right? Two, lives in Chennai, right? And over here, if I now come over here, I say six. This is a guy six who lives in Hyderabad, right? Suppose now this is a third table. Now what will happen is if I make a inner join, if I see that between all the three tables, I want to have a inner join, right? So what happen is first of all the join will be created between these two tables, right? So you will get one, two, and three. That is what you will get, right? This is what you will get in the output, inner join, 1, 2, and 3. Then this output is inner joined with this. Now this output gets joined with this. That is again an inner. Now in this table, I have 1, 2, and 3, right? And over here, I have 1, 2, and 6. So if I now, this output will work as a left table, this will become the right table. Now simple. If you say, okay, this, if you want to have an inner join, so you will be only left with 1 and 2. You will get 1, 2, Sam Leo, 21, 22, physics, 1, 2, Delhi, Chennai. That is what you will get in the output. Make sense? Okay. If you want to make a left join, so in the left join, you will get all this information. And if you will come over here, address will come as Delhi, Chennai, and this will become null because we don't know what is the address of 3, right? We don't have that information, so that becomes null, right? If you make a right join, you will get 1, 2, and 6. Okay, 1, 1 will be Sam, right? And 21 physics, 2 will be Leo, 22 physics, 6 we don't know. All the information will become null for this 6. Okay. Make sense, all of you? So just that, the output of the first two tables becomes left table. That's the only thing that you have. Then that other table will become as a left table, right table, and depending upon the join you want to create, you can select that up. Now, if you have state for ID is 5, right, so not a problem. Suppose 5 is from, suppose I'm saying he is from, say suppose Bangalore, right? This is the location that we have. So what we see is totally you have to go step by step. You first make the output of this because the join will be coming up over here. What join you want to have between them, and then what join you want to have between this. That is how the join go. At one time you can join two tables. Then that output gets joined with the third table. So if between these two tables you have made an inner join, so you get this output over here right now. And now further also if you go with that inner join, you will get only that table. Yes, so we have to specify two joins. How the tables are getting joined. This with this and this with this. So you can choose any type of a join in that case. Okay. What is the initial name of the? So you have the answer in your question, in your question only, Shri Teja. So basically, it is you are saying what is the initial name of the rightmost table. That's the right table only. Right table only. This is the right table. It's on the right side. Right. The first table is left. Then the other tables become right tables. So see, you have to. It means nothing. See, basically, if this is the first table given to me, and second table is given to me this. Right? We just have to keep our concepts strong, and that is where you will get the answer. Now this becomes the second table, right? And then I get the third table over here as this. So whatever I do, everything will follow the same process. Now it can happen you might get a join between this table and this table, inner join between these two tables. The output of this will be inner join with this table. So output will still remain the same. See, join is not technical, join is logical. What you would have done manually, you are just doing that, the software do that task for you. Okay? Right. Perfect. So now with this, let's come to the Tableau and see how we can achieve this over here now in this. Right? So see, you all can use the Tableau public and I will be using the Tableau license software. Okay, I will be using a Tableau license software to show you something. So there is one additional feature that you get which is not there in the original table. Okay. And before I go to that, I would like to ask you one more thing. Suppose this is the information that is given to me. ID, name. So because this is also very important to understand because this will be the next concept. Okay. Suppose this is the table that I have And if I ask you, right, you have to create an inner join between the two tables, what will be the output? So all of you, please make the output on your system and share it with me over the chat. So let's create and give me the output of these two tables if I create an inner join between them. I hope everyone, my voice is audible to all of you, loud and clear. Okay. Are you all clear on this now? So basically what you get in the output right now is it's quite straightforward, right? So what you do is this one SAM gets combined with these two records, right? So you will get ID, name, ID, and the subject, right? So I will get okay, one is this, and there are two line items for the one. So this will come like this, right? For two, we have this. So this will come like this, right? For three rows, we have this, and this comes over here. Okay. Yes, so ID columns will be repeated. Yes, those columns will come twice. Okay. See, because you have to understand, right? Both the two tables are independent. Both the two tables are independent. So we are joining two tables, so we cannot suppress the information by default, right? I cannot suppress the information. So that is why the information will come complete. Make sense? Anyone, any questions on this now? So, so Amol, in this case, because all the IDs are present in both the tables, right? So whatsoever join you will create, you will get the same output only, right? Whatsoever join you will create, left join, right join, full join, you will get the same output. The problem or the difference output comes in when you have the mismatching IDs. If you will try to get a left join, also you will get the same output. So Shivani, not common table, common column. What is the common column? Common column is ID over here and ID over here. You have to match the ID. See, again I'm saying, so this is like this the normal, the way you would have done it. If I will ask you, okay, so Shivani, how many subjects Sam is studying? How many subjects Sam is studying? And which are subject is he studying? What are the subjects that what are the subjects that he is studying? So which all subjects? Tableau and Power BI. So how you got to know it? You said, oh, one is over here and he is studying these two subjects. You match the one. The same thing I have written over here. One Sam is studying Tableau and Power BI. The same thing gets repeated over here. So more it could show wrong info if we had piece column in table 1. You're coming to this over here. You want to add piece in this, right? So if I'm adding piece 300 over here, right, 400 over here, and 500 over here, right? So if you have the column of fees in this case, right? So what will happen? What happen is basically this 300 will come twice over here, right? And over here, the same thing comes over here again. So this will be 400 coming up twice over here, okay? And this will be 500 coming up over here. So basically what happen is like in this concept, what we do is we use the concept of blending, right? If we know, that there can be some scenarios where what can happen is there can be the information where, the data will be inflated, right? So what we do is we use a concept of blending where, before seeing the output, there is a grouping of the data that is done. We do the grouping of the data. So the data will be grouped. That is what, we will be talking about in the data blending concept now. So now all of you please come back to the Tableau now and open a fresh new file. Okay. So what we do over here is we are going to connect to the data, right? Data source. The data file is in Excel. So click on Microsoft Excel and bring the file of Amazing Mart. So please create a connection with that file, Amazing Mart. Right? Please all of you do it. Okay. So now you know what we will do is we will see how the join is created now. See, first of all, please watch on my screen and do not do anything on this. So what we have done is we just connected to the file, Amazing Mart file, right? I hope you all have downloaded the file Amazing Mart, right? So this is the link from where you can download it, Amazing Mart. So I'm just sharing that link again if anyone is not able to do it. You have to just download this file from here, Amazing Mart, right? So what we have done is we have clicked over here, right? So you first of all click on Excel and you select that Amazing Mart file, the connection will be created. So Tushar, is a question this like you are asking that okay, in this over here, you are asking that over here it is given to me ID and over here it is written student ID. So what you are referring to? Yep, Tushar. Right, so everyone's telling I would like to answer this up. Even if the column name is different, right? Column name is different. Can I join these two tables? If this information becomes like this, can I join this? Yes, everyone? Yes, we can do it. Right? The column name is different, right? But the information is same. Information is same, right? Because column names are different, but the information is same, right? We understand that, okay, this is ID. Over here, they have written as student ID. But I am able to understand, right? Like, okay, this 1, 2, 3 is representing the subject. If the column names are different, but the information is same, we can understand it. So then also joins will work. Okay. So now if we come over here in this Tableau right now, okay, or maybe if I ask in the Excel also. So in Excel, can I join this list of order and order breakdown? Can I join list of order and order breakdown? Right? What is the common column? Order ID. Perfect. Perfect. Right? So what we do now is, see, once you are in the Tableau now, see, all of you first write the list of orders. Right? Just please do it with me. Do not do by yourself any step. Otherwise, you will do something wrong. So that will create the problems. Right? So just drag the list of orders for now. At the bottom, you will see the information of orders has come up. Then double click on list of orders, right? Double click on list of orders. Double click on list of orders. Double click. This box kind of a structure will open up. Do you all see this? Okay. Now from here, pick up the order breakdown. So I am repeating it so that everyone is with me. Please do not do anything till that. So have you tried, Urvashi? Have you tried the list of orders? So double click on this. Double click. 2 times click on this. So this box will open up. Got it? Now pick up the field of order breakdown and drop it over here on the right side. Drop it over here on the right side. And the join will be created. So Tableau is smart enough, it is able to understand that you are joining these two tables. The common column was order ID because the column name was same. So Tableau was able to create that join automatically for you that these two tables have order ID as the common column and the two tables get joined. Okay. And which join is this? Inner join, right? This is an inner join that we get. So by default, what happen is Tableau is always going to create an inner join. But if you want to change the join, right? So what you do is, if you click on this join, if you will just click on this join, so Tableau will give you the complete information that the join that you have is inner join, and it tells you this join is made on the basis of order ID. Order ID in the table 1, order ID in the table 2. It gives you that information over here. And the two joins are, these two tables are joined by order ID. Make sense? Okay. Now what will happen if suppose the two tables didn't have any common column name, right? Like suppose if I am saying in table 1, the name of that column was order ID, and in the table 2, the name of the same column was transaction ID, right? In one table I am calling it as order ID, in second table I am calling it as transaction ID. The two tables, now column names are different, right? Column names are different now. Make sense? Now, if the column names are different, so Tableau will not be able to automatically create the join. So the output will look something like this. You will bring that second table, right? When you will bring the second table, so what will happen is it will show an exclamation mark. Exclamation mark means the join, Tableau is not able to create the join. So please, you will have to do that work manually. You will say, okay, from the table 1, it will show you all the columns of table 1. You will say order ID from here and order ID from here. These are the common columns. You will tell manually that, okay, order ID from here and order ID from here is the common column, and the data will be created. Perfect? Clear to all of you? See, in Tableau, it's just a 1 second task. Just 1 second. The main part was you have to understand the concept of joins. But how we do it in the Tableau, that is just 1 to 2 second task that we have to do. Then it's done. Right? And now, I was showing you the output, right? Like I had shown you the output. So please do not do anything on your screen. Just have a look on my screen right now. So see, first of all, I get all the columns from table 1. See, you can see the table name over here, list of orders. This is the table one, list of orders written over here. You get all the columns from there. And if I scroll it on the right hand side, see, this is where the columns start for the next table, that is order breakdown. That is where the columns start for order breakdown. And in the order breakdown, we can clearly see over here, we can see that the order IDs are, again, order IDs coming up again, and every information from there is also coming up over here now. Make sense? So the two tables are now combined. So whatever we saw in the Excel sheet, I can see the same thing over here as well. Yep, everyone. So now everything is like the way we have learned any up till now in Tableu now. When you close that box, see, right, when you double click on this box open up, you can close this box and you can see a join icon over here. That means join is ready and it is fully functional. Make sense to all of you now? Right? So I will repeat the step what I have done. See, I am doing it from the scratch again. You have to drag the list of orders, double click on list of orders and drag the order breakdown over here. That's it. I hope you all can now see this output now. And we just close this box. Okay. So now everyone, right? I would like to give you all two tasks over here. Right? So there are two things that you all have to do. You have to create a map to show the sales by countries, and you have to create a chart to show top end products. Top end means user should be able to select the number of products he wants to see. The number of products he or she wants to see. Okay? These are two things that you have to do now. And third one, create a pie chart to show the sales by category. So please try these three questions. So I will like to give you all 2-3 minutes. Right, so please try them and I'll just quickly grab my water and I'll be just back. Yep, are you able to do it? All three questions? Oh, perfect. So parameter and everything created. Right in the second question. So like for example, if you want to do it together as well, so what I do is, if I come over here, first we have to create the country, and I can put up the sales on the size. Right, this is what can be created right now over here. Okay, this was the first question, right? If I come to the second question now, the second question says, create a chart to show the top end products. So what we can do in that case is, I have the product name. I put it up over here in the columns, and I pick up the field of sales, and I put it up over here in this, right? So I get a chart, right? But the question says you have to make it top end product name, right? If a user wants to see top 5 selling products, top 10 selling products, the user should be able to do that. So how do I go about that? See, what I can do is I can pick up the field of product name, put it over here in the filters, right? I'm going to say I want to see top 5. So it will show me top 5 products right? But the problem is this 5 is fixed. If the user wants to see top 10 selling products, he won't be able to do that. Correct? So for that, what we need to do is we need to create a parameter. So let's do it. Create parameter. Let's call it as top in integer. Right? So I will say the data type is integer and click on OK. So my parameter will be created. Yes, everyone? All clear? Perfect. Now I click on this and I will say show parameters. Okay. So now what I need to do over here is I just have to assign this parameter over here in this filter. This has to be just assigned over here now. So how we do that? Right click on this, right? And I will say edit filter. And this is going to come over here and I will just say instead of top 5, it will become top n. Okay. So now whatsoever number you put over here, if you put 5, it will show top 5, 8, top 8, right? So top 10, top 10. Okay. To create the parameter, you all have to click over here on this icon. Okay. If you click on this, create parameter, this window will come up. Give it a name, top n, right? So give it a name, top n, put the value as selected, data type as integer, and that's it. Click on OK. The parameter will be created. So Abigail, what can we do to always show the name? So you want to show the name of the category as well with the product, Abigail? So you can put the category in the tooltip. So the category name will be available in the tooltip whenever a person will share on that. Whenever a person will hover on that bar, the category name will be visible. So Kaushik, I'm just repeating the steps. You can make sure you are doing the same thing. So I have an empty sheet right now. So I have an empty sheet. You can make your sheet empty. Pick up the field of product name. Product name, put in the columns. Done. And you pick up the sales, put it in the rows. Then you have to just sort this data. So for sorting, you can click over here on this option. If you click on this, the sorting will happen. No, Amol. So basically, it will be like one that you have either, in the slider also you can type that value if you want. So in the slider when you create it, so see slider will only come in the case of when you have a range. Okay. Right. So now what we do is this chart is ready, then you make a parameter. Click on this create parameters, give it a name, top n integers, and click on OK. That will get the parameter for you. So all of you now you have the parameter with you. Okay. Then what we do is you have to add the filter product name in the filters, and in this you have to use top by field. So I have to come up with top n filters. So with that, this is how you assign it. So you have the filter with you, product name, right? So in that, just in the drop down, you have to select top n. It's saying it will show you the top products by sales, and that's it. So it is ready now. Yeah, Kaushik, please share your screen. So you'll have a quick start option. I can see. So this is the same chart that you're getting. You're just the sorting. That is what I was repeating. Just sort the data. Sort. At the top, you have the option of sorting. See, it's written on the left. No, not this. Right. Go on the right. Next right. This. This one, huh? Click on this. Show parameter. Right click and say show parameter. No, not this. It's fine. It's okay. It's correct. Right click on the parameter name. Kaushik, first listen and then do it. Right. So in the parameters list, you see in the bottom left side, where you have all the field names. You see parameter name, top end. Right click on this. Now say show parameter. Second option. Okay, now change the value on that. So at the top, you will get the option of stop sharing. In the top, just open that. Yes, stop sharing. Now in the you would be seeing the participants list. So in the top, you will see one is simply learn. Two simply learns would be coming. So right click on the one without the host. Okay. So done everyone now? Everyone sorted? Right. Right. So with this, let's take a quick short break and then we will continue the things after that on this. Okay. Okay, so also let's get started. Okay, I'm always asking, can you please give a profit percentage on top 10 products? Yeah. See, what you do in that case is if you come over here, you can make the calculated field and let's call it as profit margin, sum of profit divided by sum of sales, right? So this is something that can give you the output. If you put it on the tooltip, you should be able to see that out. Okay, right. So now everyone, this is where we do the very important part now, and this is where comes a new topic. Okay. Now, before we start on this, I want you all, right? I want you all to basically think on it. Take 2 minutes, check the data, right? See, because as I keep saying, data is very important, right? Till the time it is not, like the data is not clear to us, so we can never do the task on that now. For example, if I come in this data point right now in this file over here, okay, I want to create a chart to show month on month sales versus profit, right? So we want to create a chart, something like this. Create a chart to show month on month sales versus profit. So how will I do that, right? So I want to see in the month of Jan what was the total sale and what was uh, not sales versus profit, sales versus target, right? So I want to compare sales with my target, right? Like if suppose in the month of Jan, what was my actual sales and what was the target that I achieved. Now this is the chart that I want to make. So how will I do it? Yep. So around dual axis is the final output that we will be creating, right? Chart. But before that, we need to have the data with us and we need to prepare the data. We need to come up with the chart and then like in the very last we do a dual axis. Okay, so Ankit says by joining all the three sheets. Okay, so Abigail need another join. So how will I join? What will I join and on what basis will I join? Will that join be fine or not? So how? Basically everyone. See, don't be very prompt with the answers, right? So all the prompt answers you will give, you will be wrong. So this is again a hint that I have given you that if you will give prompt answers, they will go wrong. Have a look on the data, try to see what we have, and then answer it. If we will use order breakdown and sales target, right? See, in the order breakdown, how will I join? If I join order breakdown and sales target, mhm, category will not work. So Tariq, see basically right as I said that in the list of orders and order breakdown, all the order see all the order ID. So if I let's do it this way. If I ask you a quick question, so all the order IDs that I have in the list of orders, will they be present in the order breakdown also? All the order IDs that I have in list of orders, will they be present in the breakdown also? Now think logically. Can it happen that there are some order IDs which are over here, but which are not in this sheet? Can that happen? No, it cannot happen. Right? Suppose you are the owner of a store and you are saying that you have sold this order on this date to this customer and who lives in this customer region. You are already saying that you have sold this order. So how is it possible that one order ID is given over here and not present in this? Right? Because if you are saying you have sold an order, so there will be some item that you would have sold. Right? So that order information has to be in this. Correct? Even if that order is cancelled, right? Even if that order is cancelled, still you will have the information like what did you sell to him? Right? So that you can get to know that if you have to refund the money, how much money you will have to refund because you will have to return the money. So in that case also that order has to be here because from here only I will be able to figure it out that what did he cancel it so that I can return his money back to him. Right, David? Okay. So see, in these two tables, since all the order IDs are present over here and present over here, so whether you make a inner join, left join, right join, full join, all the joins will give us the same output. Okay, all the joins will give us the same output. Now let me try to explain you what we have. Right? Let me try to explain you what we have. See, first of all, let's talk about targets. Okay, let's talk about targets. In any company, how are the targets set it up? In any company you're working in, how the targets are set up? Do we set up the targets on a daily basis or do we set up the target once in a month? Monthly basis, right? So I am saying for the month is given to me, okay? A category name is given to me. See, I am making a smaller data set so that you can understand it. For the month of Jan 2011, I am saying, see, when do we generally set up the target? We set up the target on 1st of Jan, 1st of every month. On the 1st of every month, the target is set, right? For category A, I am saying I should have a target of 100. For category B, I am saying my target was, suppose, 150. This was the target for the two categories. See, I am making a very small data over here, just 1 month and two categories. Now, how will the actuals will start coming up? Now, when the actual data will be generated, how will that start coming up? On a daily basis, you will do some sale on day 1, then on day 2, then day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. That is how your sales will start coming up. Am I right? So I am saying on 1st Jan 2011, for a category A, I made a sale of 10 bucks. On the same day, then another customer came. He also purchased something worth 5 bucks. Then on the same day, someone purchased from category B worth rupees, say suppose I'm saying 7 bucks, right? All these transactions were happening on a daily basis. Then on the 2nd Jan, on 2nd Jan, again someone came and he purchased for something rupees worth 8, and then he had actually, given me a sale of $8, right? Same thing happened. Then another customer also came. They purchased for 9, 11 like this, and then the next day, and on the same day, one second. Okay. Person came and purchased for category B, and they purchased worth rupees 12 and 30. This is what I got. Now, same way the data will be generated for the 30 days also, right? The same thing will keep on getting generated for the 30, up till the 31st of Jan. The same thing will keep on getting repeated. So I'm just making a smaller data over here, right? In A, someone purchased worth rupees 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And someone purchased for the category B also worth rupees 2 and 1. Now, this is the data that I have got with me now. Now, this is what I have as the data with me. So now if I ask you over here, what is the total target and what is the total sales for the month of Jan, right? This is the date, and I want to compare that in the month of Jan, right? What was the sales for, what was the target, and what was the sales? How will I find it? So now I have made a smaller data set for you. How do we get it? Right? See, I cannot create a join. Can I create a join right now? These two tables, can these two tables be joined? No, not right now. I cannot join the two tables right now over here. Correct? So first of all, I have to group this data, and then I have to group this data. That is what I will have to do. I will have to group this data over here and group this data over here. If I want to see the monthly sales versus target, if I want to compare monthly sales versus target, first I need to group this data, and then I need to group this data. Then I will join, right? Then I will join. Are you getting my point, everyone? What do I mean by grouping? Grouping means summarization. I need to summarize this data. So this data will be summarized by month, right? Technically, if I have the data of multiple years, I will have to group the data by year and month both, right? If I have the data of multiple years, so can I say I should be grouping the data by, I will extract the month from here, I will extract the year from here. So using that field, first I will, so month is Jan and year is 2011. Same thing I will do over here. I will extract the month and I will extract the year. Okay. So month is Jan and year is 2011. This is what I will get if I extract the month and year of these two tables. Yes, everyone? Everyone, please let me know, right? All of you, are you all on the same page? So this is what I have extracted now from here. So now I do the grouping. I will say, okay, for the month and year 2011, what's my total target? What is the total target? 250, right? And same thing has to be extracted from here as well, right? Month and year, right? So I will add up these sales. Suppose that is coming out to be as 97. This is coming out to be as sales, that is to be 97. So this is what I get. After I have grouped this data and this data, this is what I have got now. Correct? So now what we can do is, after grouping, I can join these two tables now. On what basis will these two tables be joined? If I join these two tables now, on what basis will I join it? Right. These two tables will be joined by month and year. We will join them on the basis of month and year. Right? Because see, in this case, you will have a lot of data. You will have the data of Jan 2012 also. You will have the data of Jan 2013 also. Right? So now if you have the data for this on this basis, so what will happening over here is, what is going to happen in this case is that if you will join just on the basis of month, so this Jan will get combined with this also, will get combined with this also, and with this also. So that is why we have to join it on the basis of month and year both. Make sense? Right, Abigail. So this will apply when we are not taking category into account. If I will take category also into account, so I will have to group the data by year, month, and category also. So the data will get grouped at 3 levels. And the join will be done on the basis of 3 levels: year, month, and category. Correct? Okay. So now this is the whole process that I am explaining you, that how the process will happen. But all these things are going to be taken care of by Tableu in the backend. Okay, that all these things are going to be taken care of by the Tableu in the backend. And that is something which we call the concept as data blending. This concept is called as data blending, right? Data blending, this is a process in which the data gets, the data gets joined, the data gets grouped first, and then it is joined. Okay, in the entire process of data blending, what happens is the process gets first of all grouped and then it is joined. So all the things will be taken care of by Tableu. It will first do the grouping, then it will do the blending, then it will do the joining. The 2 points to remember in data blending is, first of all, data blending happens between two data sources, and it always creates a left join. It will only give you left join. You don't have an option of creating a right join or inner join. It will always give you a left join. Make sense, everyone? All of you? Okay. So now, shall we proceed in Tableau now? How we do it? Okay. See, now come to the data source, all of you. Click on the data source. So this join that we have created over here is working perfectly fine, right? This join that we have, this is totally fine because this information is going to give me basically the date and the sales, right? This is what I will get from here. This will give me the date and the actual sales. I can get that from here anyhow. Okay. So now if I ask you, how many data sources do I have in this file? How many data sources are there? No. Data source is one. Data source is one. That is one file. My source is Excel file. That Excel file has three sheets in it, but my source is one. Right? My source is one. Make sense? Now, as I told you, right, what happens is the first rule of this blending is it happens between two data sources. So I need to bring another data source. I need to bring another data source. How do I do that? Click on data. So all of you please click on data and then click on new data source. Right? Click on data, new data source. This box will come up. Click on Microsoft Excel. Sorry, not this Excel. Click on Excel. Data, new data source. Click on Excel and pick up the file of Amazing Mart. Pick up the file of Amazing Mart. Okay. And drag the sales target over here now. Drag the sales target in this. Done everyone? Now you have two data sources. If you will click over here at the top, if you click on the first one, this is the first source you will get, the join that we created. And if you click over here, this is the second source that you will get. That is the sales target. Then come on the sheet. Just come to this new sheet. You will see two data sources over here as well. Right? You all will see two data sources over here. You see 1 and 2. If you click on this, you have the data of data source 1. If you click on this, you have the data of data source 2. Okay. So this is what you will see over here right now. Yes, Arush, we will be doing that. So we will be getting a join only. Like, that is what happens. So when you have that, you will always get a left join. So Alex, click on the data source. And over here, if you see, do you see two data sources? So if you click on the list of orders, have you also in the second source, do you see sales target? Have you dragged the sales target over here? You have dragged it sales target? Okay. See, if you come over here now, see, it can happen that you might see something like this also. Your view can be like this, right? So the two will be sources visible over here. So please make sure that if you see like a drop down also, it can come. If it's not coming to, it can be something like a drop down also. So if that is the case, you can check that. And if you increase the space, it will show both independently. When the space is less, it generally shows it as a drop down. Can you see it now? Okay. So it's same thing. So as I was saying, basically if the space is more, it will show both. If the space is less, it will show it in the form of a drop down. So that's the only difference. It's just because of the screen resolution it does that. Okay. So everyone sorted? Shall I move forward? Okay. So now what I do is, see, when you have two data sources, see, please, understanding the concept is very important. That where you see, you will always get this question at many places. That the question will be like, how to decide when to use join and when to use blending, right? When you go in the interview, this is the question that comes up. Then the question comes in, what is data blending? How does it work? Right? So data blending is where first the data is grouped. So how do you decide, right? If you know that if you will create a join, you will get a inflated data, you will get the wrong data, you will get multiple records. So in that case, you cannot use a join, you will have to use a blend. And blending is a process which will first group the data and then it will join the data. Okay? It happens between two data sources and it always creates a left join. Clear everyone? Now in data blending, what will happen is there is a concept of primary data source and secondary data source. Right? There is a concept of primary and secondary data source. Right? Primary data source and secondary. Now, what is primary and what is secondary? That is something that comes from here. See, if I drag the first field, if I drag the order date from here and put it on this in the columns. See, please watch for a minute, then you will do it. If I drag the order date from the first source, you all will notice a small blue tick mark will come over here. You see a blue tick mark has come up, small blue tick mark. Right? This means that now this source has become primary. Right? From whichever source you drag the field first, that becomes primary. And other one becomes secondary. Suppose if I drag the first field from here, right, month of order date, it will become, you will get a blue tick mark over here. So this shows that this is a blue tick mark now. Right, now you have got this blue tick mark, so now this means this is the primary data source. So from whichsoever source the first field comes, that becomes primary. So let us drag and drop the order date again from here, all of you, please do it. Drag the order date from the first source. So now what is happening in this case is, whatsoever source becomes primary, right? The primary source acts as a left table, right? Primary source acts as a left table. Make sense, all of you? So now, from the primary source only, pick up the sales and put it over here. And change the chart to month on month level. Select the month from the below box, not the above, below box. Please all of you do it. Okay. All sorted now? Yes, Tariq. So it is like group by. So it's like group by in SQL and then creating a join. So Charan, which part do you want me to repeat? Charandeep? See, what I've done is, I have picked up the column of order date, drag the order date over here, and then pick up the sales and put it over here. You will get a year on year chart, right? 2011, 12, 13, 14. Then you right click on the year and change it to month. Change the month, the below one, not the above one, right? We talked about this in a lot of detail. What are these months? So select the month from below box. And this is how the chart is going to look like. Okay. Okay. See, now if you go to the second source, sales target. All of you now click on the second source. So Kamal, I will suggest, you can watch the video that we had in the second session. So that is where, we talked about in a lot of detail what that first month, quarter and everything is used. Yes, Swarupa, that is something we use it for seasonality. So basically it is going to group the data by month irrespective of the year. It will just group the data January of all the years, February of all the years, and likewise. So Kamal, how can I remove? What do you want to remove? Month. So you drag it out, so it will go out. And if you have mistakenly used something else, so in that thing, what you can do over here is you can just bring the order date again back to this. And if you right click over here, you can change it again if you selected month from here. So you see you get the data of total all the Jan, all the Feb, all the month, right? And if you right click on this, you select the month below one, it will change it. Okay. Now if you click on the second source, right? See now please pay attention over here. Now in the second source you will see we have these columns now, right? Target and these columns. You see there is some special one icon that is coming over here in the against the category, right? This small icon that you see. See this icon is telling us that the Tableau is able to identify the common column between the two data sources. That the category is over here and the category is over here. This is what this icon is telling me. Okay, that the category is present in both the data sources. Make sense? Okay. Do we have any other column which is common between the two? Do we have any other column which is common in both of them? Right, Arush. That is the field of date. Right? Date is present over here also, and date is present over here also. Right? Date is present in both of them. But the problem is in the first source, the name of the field is order date. Right? What is the name of the field? The name of the field is order date. And in the second data source, the name of that is month of order date. Now, because the field names are different, so Tableau is not able to identify the join on the basis of order date as well. So that is why that option is not coming over here because the column name is different. Make sense? Perfect. Okay. So now, because this chart that we have created, this is in this, I am not using category anywhere. Right? In this chart, we have not used category. We are making this chart to see the month-on-month sales versus target. Right? This is the chart we are making to show month-on-month sales versus target. This is what we want to achieve in this. Okay? So how we do that? So for that very thing, we will just have to, make sure that the grouping happens by year and month. So that is where we will have to create that relationship of year and month that we discussed in the Excel. Right? See, right now, what will happen is if you pick up the target from here and drop it over here. See, Tableau gives you a warning. The fields that you're using from here, there are no relationships to the primary source. So that is why the data is going to come incorrect. I can see the sales over here, which is correct, but the target is giving me a straight line. Right? All of you, please make sure you drag the target. Do not drag the sales target. That's a count field. Okay, make sure you only drag the target. Okay. So that warning will be coming up. So that warning is saying that there are no relationships in that. So just click on OK. So that is something we will correct it out. Okay. So everyone, shall I move forward? Yes, Rupa, please. Please ask. So now to establish the relationships, what we will do over here now is we have to no, Swarupa. See, this month over here in the columns will come in the green because now we are using the continuous data. If you would have used the month, this one, this will come in the blue, right? Why? Because January is being treated as a category right now. It is saying January of all the years. But when you are selecting the month from here, this becomes continuous data because now I am saying continuously I am taking the data of multiple years. So in continuation, it shows me the data, right? Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, up till December. Then again the Jan, Feb, March starts over here. The data becomes continuous in this case. So that is why it is coming as a measure in the green color. Okay. So now all of you, to establish the relationship between these two sources, we have to click on data, right? Click on data. And you have to click on edit blend relationships. Right? Click on data and edit blend relationships. And in this, we have to click on, see over here it shows you the primary source is this, secondary source is this. Tableu is telling us this is the primary source, this is the secondary source. So automatically, Tableu is saying on an automatic basis, it was able to identify the relationship of category. But we have to add our own relationship of year and month. How I do that? I will click on custom. Custom means I want to now user wants to add his or her own relationship. Okay. Then you click on add. Right. Then you click on add. And this is where you will see the field mapping. These are all the fields of data source 1. These are the fields of data source 2. Got it, everyone? Perfect. See, now we have to make the relationship of year to year and month to month. See, please see my screen for 1 minute. Do not do anything. First, see my screen, then you try it. I have to extract the month from where? I have to extract the month and year from the order date. So you will see order date is coming 2 times over here, right? This order date means that you don't want any extraction of year or month. But if you want to extract year or month, you will have to use the second one. You see there is a small arrow. Click on that. It is saying how do you want to make a relationship on the basis of day, quarter, month, or what? I want to have it on the basis of year. Year of order date, right? Year of order date, and the same way on the right side also you will get 2 fields. This year of order date, with what do you want to join it? I want to join it with extract this year of month of order date. This is what you have to select on 2 sides. Please do it on your side. Okay. So we are seeing year of order date to the year of month of order date. You click on OK, you will see one more relationship is added, year to year. Then you again click on add, and this time it will be month to month, right everyone? Year is done, now it will be month to month. So you click on order date little arrow again, and this time select month of order date and expand this arrow, and it will be month to month of order date. Please do not select the month of order date, this one. The first one, do not select the first one. That's the main field. You have to select the month of order date. Then you click on OK. Then everyone. Perfect. Then you click on OK, and you will see the three relationships now: category to category, year of order date to year of this, month of this to month of this. And then just click on OK. And you will see your chart will change. Now it will show you the correct data for the targets also. Do you all see the same chart now, everyone? Perfect, right? So what has happened now in this case is Tableu is in the back end doing the, what Tableu is doing? It is doing the grouping on the basis of year and month, and then it is giving you the correct output. So what was the target for the month of Jan? Does anyone remember? We calculated that in Excel. What was the target for Jan 2011? 24,000. Right? 24,000. Right, Arush? So shall we check? See, it's telling you Jan 2011, the target was 24,000 and actual sale was 14,000. So now we are getting the correct output over here for the actual data and the targets. Okay? Yeah, sure, I will be doing that. So we will be going step by step, right? So I will do that as well. So Kasturi, what do you want me to repeat? So Gauri Shankar, can you share your screen? I'll just make you the presenter. Yes, you can present your screen now.
So what should I do?
On the left side, you will see quick start option. Top left, click on the quick start.
Yes, sir. Share my desktop.
Yes. Mhm. So your actuals are also not coming correct.
Actually,
The reason is you have applied a filter of product name. So that filter, I think you have applied that filter to apply to all the sheets. So that is, remove the filter from here. Just remove it.
So I should click on this and then remove it.
No. From there only, just right click on that and so it comes back.
Oh, I don't know how I did it. I'm really sorry. I don't remember doing that.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So can you right click on, now when you stop sharing this version, so just right click on the name of Manindra and just making the presenter.
Stop sharing it.
So you will see the name of Manindra in the participants.
Attendees.
In the attendees, Manindra. Right click on his name and say change role to presenter.
So Panindra starts with the P, is it?
Yes. PHA.
So I don't know, I'm not able to see his name. Prabha, Prabhu, Prakash, Riksha,
Yes. It will be with the PH.
PH, that's what. So I don't see PH at all. There are total 8 teams with P. So I don't see.
I think he has got logged off somewhere. I also don't see his name. Okay, so can you make me the presenter? See, you will see Simply Learn. So there are two Simply Learns. One is with host, one without host.
Yes, sir.
So without the host, right click on that and say change role to presenter.
Done. Thank you.
Sure. Thanks. Right, everyone? So this is what you see now, sales versus target now. Right? Now, what do you think? This chart is easy to compare. Can I easily compare it, sales versus target? So can I compare it? Right now you see it is not easy to compare, right? Because sales is above, targets is below. Okay? So what I do now over here in this case is, we need to bring them on the same chart. But before I do that, there is something very, very interesting you all will see. Just take a look on this side. Just have a look on this side. See, you have all, and you have sum of sales, sum of target. Okay? So now because you have one line chart over here, one line chart over here. So Tableu provides you the formatting options and playing with these for both the charts. If you click on all, right? If you please watch my screen, then do it. If you are on the all, and if you click on the color, if I change the color, both the lines color will change. Getting it? Both line colors are changing. But what if I want to change the color of only the sales line, not the target line? So you will see there is an option of sales, right? And then there is an option of target. If you click on the sales, then the formatting options will open for sales chart. If I click on the color, I can change the color of that, only the sales line. If I click on the target, I can change the color only of the target as well. So I can play with one of them also. Make sense to all of you? If you want to do the same thing on both the lines, click on all. If you want to do something only on the sales chart, click on sales. And if you want to do only thing on the target, click on target. So please try it, all of you. Yep, sorry, Kasuri, I think I was seeing your wrong name. You can share your screen, please. I'll just help you out.
Hi sir, it is actually showing sales count for me actually.
This is what you call the drag the wrong field. I don't believe that you don't drag the sales select count. You have to drag the target field. Yep.
Sorry?
This target you have to drag. You have to drag the wrong field, the right field you would have.
Okay. So this is what actually I have missed.
Okay.
So yeah, thank you. And sir, one more thing.
Yeah.
So generally, we are doing this. This is not apart for this present thing. Actually, we will be sorting this data, right? This month, we need to select the bottom one, right?
Correct. Correct.
So this option, when I am working on the other company, it is not other data set. It is not showing for me this big one. So why would that be?
No, it will come everywhere. If the field is not a date field, then it will not come. The field has to be a date field for that.
Sorry, the screen.
That field has to be a date one. If it is not a date field, then it will not come.
Okay, okay. For date field only, we will be showing this too, right?
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So field is maybe the presenter. So please write simply then without the host.
Oh, actually, I'm done.
Hello, Aisha, you there? If you just pass me the presenter, right? Hello? Yep. Asha? Yeah, it will take some time. Okay, so any which ways, right? So in the meantime, what you all can do is please save this file, right? So what we will do is we will be continuing on this file, right? Further on, right? We will be converting this chart into a dual axis chart and seeing a lot of more stuff on that. Okay. So please save this work. So next week when we start, so we are going to start off with, this chart itself, and that is how we will proceed with the things. Okay.
Sir, yesterday I've assigned some work, right? So, where can we find the questions of that, like tasks to perform?
So there are two files that were kept. One is exercise one. There's a PPT file by the name of exercise Tableu exercise one. So in that you have the questions, and sample data exercise one is the exercise.
One.
Okay.
Exercise one, I can find the questions, right?
Ha.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Okay, everyone. So please save this work. So in the next session, we will see one more example of, the how you do the data blending, and we will be working on further on this as well. Right. So please, so save it. So with that, we will come and close for the day today. Okay. Today's 25th. Okay. Please save that file on your public account. So with that, we'll take a pause. Till then, right? So enjoy the weekend. Do practice, right? Please, all of you, please do enough practice. Repeat the task. Otherwise, you will not remember the options, right? Because there are too many options to be and too many concepts to be taken, keep in mind. So you have enough data sets with you. Keep trying those things on the multiple data sets, right? That is the only key to be, the successful learning of the Tableu tool, right? Please do not, skip, like, okay, that you will do it later on. If you will keep doing it now, so by the end of the training, you will be like more like a, pro into the Tableu. Right, so please keep practicing all the things. So with that, so let's sign off. See you all on Monday then. Thanks everyone. Yes, so we'll be having it on Monday. So Surpa, we will talk on that. So like one assignment we have already discussed. So next one also I will discuss and we'll do all the questions on that as well. So I want in the meantime you all please practice on that and share some results with me so that I can get that idea. Okay. Right. Thanks everyone. Thank you. Thanks all.